Sleep paralysis is a unique phenomenon. The body is still, and yet the mind wanders. And that's not all. Something comes. The sleep paralysis demon is a monstrous creature from the darkest of realms. If you are ever unfortunate enough to encounter it, pretend it is not there, and after some poking and prodding, it will leave you be, but under no circumstances. I repeat, under no circumstances should you ever imagine for a moment you are a lonely knight in the Middle Ages, a squire in service of Sir Wentworth III. Rub my boils, he asks you daily. Massage my lesions, and you oblige, as is your duty. And on the way back to the shed you call home, as you think upon your life, you stop in your tracks as you realize something. You are nothing. You're a useless stain of a man who hasn't amounted to anything. Just like mother always said you'd be. You are a glorified nursemaid with half the pay and double the genital maintenance. You stop and turn around. Enough of this. You reach the cliff's edge and look over the large drop. Now that is a way to make a mark. A large one too. But you find yourself lacking the bravery, and so you back away, the coward you are, and you walk back home. Your shed is a graveyard, and your walls are a tomb. You rest bleary eyes. If only you could be brave, you think as you look for sleep. If only it is that, you catch it in the corner of your eye. A pill on the table, with a label, for a good sleep. You regard it, you never bought that. Impossible, with your salary. But you look around, it's 5 a.m, the birds are almost chirping, and sleep is your only solace. And so, you take it. You close your eyes, count the sheep, embrace the silence, and fall asleep. You can't sleep. Your eyes are wide open, and you can't move. Sleep paralysis is a unique phenomenon. The body is still, and yet the mind wanders. Then, you see them. The lights go dim, and you catch a flicker in the corner of the room. You cast your eyes as far as you can, but you can't move. And so, it lingers there, in the edges of your vision. Away, demon, you cry out, and you struggle to look upon it. You know what the scholars have written. They say it's a large, horned entity with wicked eyes and a maniacal grin. Others say that the sleep paralysis demon takes the form of the one thing you fear the most. Hello, Arthur, it says to you, and you look up to see a girl who smiles at you. Away, demon, you shout, and she laughs. All right, I'll go. You wake up from that strange dream, go back to Sir Wentworth, rub his boils and massage his lesions, and on your break you sneak into the library and read about them in the books. And you read, the sleep paralysis demon is a monstrous creature from the darkest of pits, and if you are ever unfortunate enough to encounter it, pretend it is not there, and it will leave you, but under no circumstances, I repeat, under no circumstances, should you take the pills at night, and there she is again, in her radiance, Aphrodite's envy. Hello, she says. Hello, you reply. Wait, how did you just talk? You're meant to be paralyzed. Well, who cares? You're not telling me to go, she asks you, and you shake your head. You want me to stay, and you nod. And she sits beside you as you lie still on the bed. How can I move? You ask her. Everyone can, she replies. You humans call it sleep paralysis, but really, you could have always moved. Most don't because they're scared of our true nature, but she smiles at you. You're special. You're a brave knight, aren't you? You nod. Well then, she stands up, and you stand with her. Why don't we go and have some fun? You dance around the city with her. You learn her name, Adele. You take her to your favorite taverns and eateries. People that never saw you before notice you now. No longer the meager squire, But the noble knight of Lady Adele, you teach her the sword, take her across the country on your horse, court her beneath the stars, and take her to the hidden waterfalls in the most sacred forests. You leap from rooftop to rooftop, city to city, and time passes in an instant, but it matters not with her. Nothing matters with her, nothing but her smile. You'd burn the world for that smile. These nights are everything you've ever dreamed of, everything you've ever begged for. These nights are everything. You realize it as you ride toward the sunset. The nights are everything. Though these moments with her are beautiful, the sun has never risen. It is only night. So, if the world is only night, then what has happened to your days? It's been 5 years since the squire went mad. Being Lord Wentworth is hard, but that prick of a boy made it even harder when he became a demon lord. It started on a rainy evening. Like usual, you had the boy clean the lesions between and beneath your handsome feet. An honor, really. And how does he repay this honor? Well, you look down at your leg, amputated at the knee. That prick moves with an inhuman speed, strength, and stamina, and it only got worse. Every human who does not swear to serve him for an eternity is ended, and he's taken most of the northern region for his kingdom, bringing death, slavery, and servitude to everyone who did not bow. You stand among a council of heroes and cough for their attention. Listen, you say to them, the scholars say the boy is lost, and I tend to agree. He is possessed by a demon. How do we end him? They ask you, and you smile. I have something I've been working. Can we save him? The whispers start. Who said that? You ask. And a man walks up, old and grizzled, with a large sword on his back. I did, he says, and you laugh. The boy has murdered civilizations, peoples, countries. The man looks into your face, eyes like iron. Can we save him? There is a way. A young scholar near the back speaks up. We must travel to his original body, the center of his power, the most heavily guarded place in all his kingdom, and wake him up. You look around, and you could almost vomit. Have you all lost your minds? You want to save the demon lord Arthur. She calls your name, and it's like honey, so sweet. You dance in the fields, beneath the eternal stars, and you are content. You've never been happier. Arthur, you stop. That wasn't Adele's voice. So who was that? You turn around to see a cat in the field. The cat stares at you. Arthur, the cat is talking, you think. How cool is that? You walk up to it. Hello, cat. You have to wake up, the cat tells you. And you frown. What? Why? Because your body has become the third demon lord of Adria. You frown. That's impossible, no way. Yes way, Arthur. It is not. It is true. But Adele said Adele is a demon. Impossible. Arthur? You hear her shout for you. Listen, the cat tells you. We've been trying to find your body for months. Thousands died to get me this opportunity, and this is the closest we've ever gotten. Without it noticing, you need to wake up. Now. You pause. How? How do I wake up? The cat nods towards Adele's voice. It's keeping you here, and the cat vomits something from its mouth. A sword. Be a knight, it says. Slay the dragon. The cat runs off, and you stare at the sword. Think back on your life. You stare at it for a long moment. You can tell. This decision is a monumental one that will change the very course of your life, the very course of Adrian history for years and years to follow. You look at the sword, almost calling towards you, beckoning you to pick it up, to be the hero in that last. And finally, you think, nah, you're good. You walk back towards Adele, and she smiles at you. Welcome back, dear, she says, and you dance underneath the eternal stars with the love of your life. And finally, that hole inside is closed. You are whole again. It's been 249 years since the Demon Lord's reign. Millions killed in its wake, even more slaved or maimed. Its evil knows no bounds, and the people cower in fear. Humanity cowers in fear. But those aren't the problems of a humble barmaid like you. Your only problem, really, is that you can't sleep. You look to the table and see it, a pill with a label for a good sleep. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to subscribe, because a lot of you who watch are still not subscribed yet, and that would help me a lot with making more of these videos. Also, I started a Patreon. Check it out for my scripts, or simply to support the channel so I can make more videos more frequently and at a higher quality. Also, join the Discord. We have fun there.